You're listening to Forgotten or Forbidden. Read by Chest and Lila Jean. Written by Lila Jean.
Chapter 11. Screaming into Silence.
Thank you, Max. Anytime, Etho. Anytime.
He sat there for a few uninterrupted moments, until the bee's eyes crinkled as he got an idea.
How about you finally tell me about that nether farm? Well, I put a kettle on for some tea.
Etho's face widened with excitement.
Oh, yes, so I had this nether farm, and one day...
Beep! Both men looked down at their communicators. Grian was blown up. Before the two men could comment, more messages buzzed up, sending the communicator alive. Grian burned to death. Grian was blown up.
What do you think Grian's up to?
Exuma shook his head.
I don't know. I really don't know. He won't talk to anybody properly. I tried to confront him earlier today, and he wouldn't stand still. He seems to be isolating himself. Why? I don't know.
The ninja looked thoughtful.
Are you sure it's not, Felix? Sounds like him to me. For me, he isolated me from all my friends so he couldn't see how dangerous he was, so he had more control over me. We'd hate to assume, but rather safe than sorry, right? You're totally right,
He said, placing down the kettle.
I'm gonna go check on him right now. Maybe being sleepy will make it easier for me to talk to him.
The bee headed to the door, tied his bee boots, and replaced his bee helmet.
I'm coming with.
Exuma gave him a warning glance.
I'll be okay. If he comes, I'll just think of you.
Oh, what you want to show me? Stress said, fluttering down the trunk of the tree into Iskal's living space. His back was still turned to her. Cozy place you got here. Yes, I've quite grown to enjoy it. Ah. His words made her take a hesitant step back, twirling her fingers. Sweat increased on her forehead. So, I have something to ask of you, Stress. A little favor. Yes? I need your help. I'm going to need to get into the control center of this server. It is important. She froze, unsure of how to react. What the heck, Iskal? You fully know well. X keeps that place well secured. What could I possibly do to help? And why would you even be doing that? He turned to face her, his eyes burning with fiery passion and hatred that was etched into each crevice of his face. He towered over her, a frightening voice ringing out of him. No questions. Do what I say. You will distract him and show me where he has his command center. Help me download and delete what I need. And before Iskal could finish, an open palm slapped him. Snap out of it, mate! She reached up again, but he caught her hand in a tight grip, nails knifing. You're going to regret that! The pitch-dark sky loomed about the duo as they crossed the land. Jungle trees and plants waved in the silence around them as they walked through the sea of stillness. X went over in his head what he was going to say, and most importantly, how he was going to keep Grian from running away. Etho just rocked a little in his walk, shivering in the silence. Then, the quiet night was cut with a huge scraping knife as a scream of horror rang out through the world. X had heard lots of screams, especially recently, but this was the first one in a long time that made his spine contract in a snake-like manner. Maybe it was the terror in her voice. Maybe it was how it shook through an otherwise silent night. But probably the biggest reason is the words that were screamed.